Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back after a lifetime. We are back in ETS2. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining me. We are finally back in Europe, kinda-ish. Thank you everyone for joining. Early birds today. 9 months for Arianus. Thanks for making it, man. Love that. Corona time. Not the disease, but the beer. That one I like much better. Nice. Boo! Jack the ATS convert. Oh, nothing beats the ATS sounds still though, but the scenery, maybe that's something that ETS2 will be a contender of. Thank you for joining everybody. Let me just go through the list of people we have. Tom, I think, was the first one, at least in my list. Thanks for joining. Ariana sensed the disturbance in the force. Is the voice okay? I feel like something is different. Anyway, as long as you can hear me. Hey Ninja Squirrel. Glad you made it. Truck in your screenshot is not set up for doubles. I think so. It's one of the trailers from Cast. Maybe it's the VAC trailer. Hey Caso, long time. How are you there? How is it in Italy right now? Scotsman ever first? How's it been? Been training recently? Hey Alex. Alex and Jack. Waldorf is... How do you call the two guys? The Muppets? I always forget the names. How was snow running? I lurked for a bit, just a few minutes, but I had to drop off immediately because I was spending hours, guys. 2 hours at least. Setting up the stream, setting up the profile again in ETS2. It is intense, the complexity involved here. I went into the rabbit hole fully now. Comprende español. Hey, Mr. Dr. Cold. What's up? Thanks for joining. Upgraded to 16 gigs of RAM. Congrats, Geek Squad. That's more than you'll ever need. For now. If for gaming. Alright. I think I'm caught up. Oh, Sonoma. Thanks for joining, man. There will be a video later for Explain finally. Back on the A321. Voice sounds good, thank you. Just uploading a Minecraft vid. Enjoy. Call this Muppets. Stuck in a trench. How was the snow running, guys? Okay, let me load up the game. I will show you the beauty of the mods. Oh crap. The volume will be a bit loud because I haven't tweaked the music settings yet. Let me lower that mic. There you go. And I will, in the meantime, hide my beautiful face. Oops. In the chat so you can easily see the mods list because it is massive. Well, not as massive as Wombats, but massive enough for now. So you can see all of the Pro Mods stuff are not compatible. Pro Mods Trailer Company Pack, Pro Mods Middle East, Pro Mods 2.45, all not compatible. But what I have instead, and maybe I can lower the desktop volume for now because I can't tweak the music settings just yet. There you go, at least it's not that loud. So we have Southern Region. This is going to be the focus of this stream. 8.0 8.0 beta. That's the one, 8.0. And then we have RusMap 2.1 along with the St. Petersburg and Viborg, was it? Rebuild, which overrides some areas. And then we have, I am now a proud member, a PPM, a permanent premium member of the RoEx community, because RoEx, the forums, the map, the Arayas, and the rest of the RoEx community, they've been so much help for me in terms of load orders, updates, road connections, It's a bit complex, but once you get into it, it's very helpful, the forums. So I thought of helping them out and supporting them as much as I could. So I am now a PPM. You can become a PPM if you donate, if you pay like at least €5, I think. So 2.6 is the paid version, 2.3 is the free version. And then we have the RoEx Southern Region Road Connection and the RoEx RusMap Road Connection. And then I have files. I'm not sure if it works very well with that. We will see. Natural Lux. And on top of this one, I think this was by Beng and Jay. Beng and Jay is my guy. He's the same guy behind the anti-aliasing tweaks. This is also why I am such a huge fan of the RoEx community right now. They are hardcore guys. They know their stuff. So this one colors the background and corrects the map zoom and all that stuff. So if you have multiple map mod combos, having one of these is a must. And all of these, of course, are in the mods list, ! Mods. That is where the links will be. All right, getting back to chat. Sorry. Why does the music sound like ATS? No, it does not. Did you leave early because it got way worse? Oh, did you watch the stream, Arianas, or did you join them? All right, for today, we will be driving with the DAF 95 by XBS. I was actually supposed to be trying out a new truck. You might see it here. Where is it? The Iveco Turbo Star. I was planning on driving with this. But when I looked at the number of triangles, you know how the Ford F-Max is not super optimized? It's like, I don't know, 3 times more than the normal truck. The Iveco Turbo Star, from the looks of it, was 8 times more the number of triangles of a normal truck. So in a stream, I didn't want to do that. So I think I will skip it for now. It didn't look optimized at all, although it looked great. But yeah, for now, we will be driving with the DAF 80i, DAF 95 from XBS, which is super optimized. Even more optimized than SCS trucks or at the same level. Right? I think that is all of the updates I have. Anything else? Everything else is the same, still there. Natural Lux, of course. So I think we're good. The game crash. Oh my goodness. I thought they added a new patch to fix it. Apparently, fixing is has a different definition now. But oftentimes when you fix something, something else gets broken. So, hey, drive safely. Oh, and of course, I have the sound fixes from Drive Safely. I'm excited to see how that works. What the features are in ETS2 now. Any particular sounds you want us to test today? Thanks for joining, man. You were there when Alex threw concrete into the river. Sounds like Snow Runner, all right. Hey, Patrick. Thanks for 5 months straight. GG, man. And thanks for joining today. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and lower those volumes. Phew. It might have been a bit subtle for you guys, but not for me. It was very loud for me. But now I can go back and max out the desktop volume again. Let's see that one. All right. And actually, I can go ahead and even turn it off because we are fancy and have our own music. There we go. That's the truck we have for now. DAF 95 by XBS, tandem setup. And let me show you the world map. This is the world map. Now this background has a couple of different options. I like it like this because I'm not familiar with the geography. I suck at geography. My face is still not on, huh? I'll turn it on in a bit. So the map is colorful. It's perfect for me to distinguish the country borders. But if you don't like this, there are 3 versions. This colored one, there's the satellite version, which shows like real Earth textures, so to speak. And there's the SCS version, which is like the wireframe, like just the black background with the country borders. So 3 options. And yeah, it's going to be very helpful if you are using any of these map combinations. We are focusing today here in southern region. It's now 8.0, still in beta though, so hopefully it's stable. But you can see, even if we have discovered most of the cities, literally all of the roads are grayed out. So they rebuilt like almost everything from the looks of it, because they rescaled it. I think before, does anyone know what the scaling of the southern region was before? Let me bring back my face. You might be missing it already. Not really. Alright, we're back. And let's bring back the chat. Alright, there you go. So we are starting it off in Novorossiysk. And my goodness, this sounds so familiar for me, because our client in my full-time work, our client is a supply chain multinational company. They actually ship to Novo. So this is very surreal. It sounds so familiar to me. This is one of the problematic locations we have in the system. Lots of special scenarios, lots of like very long lead times. I guess they traveled by ship or something. But yeah, Novo is a very infamous place in my line of work. GG. Alright, sorry for the late chat. Hope I can get back to it. More air brake sounds. Oh my goodness, and some are from EVR. I will be sure to test that. We'll do a lot of braking for sure, especially with this truck. SnowRunner crashed and you lost your game save? What? No, that's intense. Goodness, that will make anyone rage quit. I haven't backed up my save, so I should do that. Oh my goodness. Play together as your newbie. Yeah, you can. I think it was Arianos behind that. He was purposely trying to get everyone on the same pace as him. Not be Russia, but Russia parts in post-Soviet countries. No comment. 500 to 1? Yes, they're just the same level. Volvo, DAF, we're getting mixed signals here. It's a DAF, guys, it's a DAF. Just in the wrong territory. My goodness, this is a super classic looking, beautiful truck. Perfect for the roads we'll be driving in. Oh man, I am excited. Any particular interested area you want to go to? I have no clue. I guess anywhere is okay here. Phone is driving you crazy. Why? Is it low bat? My goodness, but this colored map, I really like it. It shows you how large Turkey is. And what country is that? In between Turkey and Russia, this red one. So we have from the Baltic, the Black Sea DLC, Romania, Bulgaria, and Turkey. And then we have RoEx 2.6, which adds Moldova. Is this Ukraine? This yellow one? Oh my goodness. What is that? I know this. I don't, but it was mentioned in the Chernobyl series. Belarus, maybe. Georgia. It's an actual country. Oh, this is Georgia, not the state in US. So these guys, and then it connects to RusMap over here. Man, Russia is humongous, huh? How about this one? I can even like see the Philippines here, I think. My goodness, this is a largely colored map. Maybe not that close. That is super cool. You know what? Let's have a look at the world map zoomed out fully. See how far we can go. This is so cool. Find any familiar spot, guys? My goodness. That's amazing. Okay, anyway, let's get driving. The light blue is Kazakhstan. Ah, this one? Cool. You see Latvia? Yes, Latvia. Of course, it's there. Thanks to what? Baltic Sea DLC? Your favorite classic truck in ETS2, the DAF 95? Yeah, sure. Hey Sky, welcome back. Alright, sorry for the delay guys, we are finally driving. I was actually trying to catch up with the stream. Finished configuring this truck literally minutes before the stream. Open the window. Hear the loud roar of the engine. Very crisp sounds. Are these the air brakes? There are multiple ones, I think. So each time you step on the brakes, different sounds are triggered. Yeah, beautiful. Amazing work. We'll hear more of that for sure. Russia is humongous, nearly twice the size of the US. Wow. Welcome to the stream, by the way. How should I call you? HUD or Dragon. Maybe I call you HUD for brevity. That should be coming in soon, right? That should be coming in soon. Iberia DLC. UK. I like this colored map. It's not very realistic, but it is very functional. Right, let's look for a job here in Novo. Where shall we go? How far can we go? We can go as far as France or Italy or Ukraine, Romania. No, let's stay in Russia. Let's stay in the southern region actually. Volsky. Shorter. I don't even know where one map begins and when one map ends. Someone actually recommended a good idea about this. Like instead of coloring the map based on country, is it possible to color the map based on map mod territory? Like if this is pro mods, this is RusMap, and the map gets colored accordingly. This is SCS, which DLC. That's going to be very helpful for the game. So you know exactly when you are switching from one territory to the other. Let's take this one. I like the name. Novorossiysk to Yegorlikskaya. Try reading that 3 times. Goodness. First time joining. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are enjoying even if we haven't driven yet. Those are indeed the air brake sounds. Awesome. Should someday visit in ETS2 Russian highway to hell. Oh my. Not sure if I would like that. Okay, I'll try. Should switch to the 16 ZF16 speeds. That's the gearbox we have. Russia 1:1 map. Oh my goodness, that sounds scary. Speaking of new maps, I actually got contacted by a developer from Indonesia. He gave me access to his Spayware mod. I forgot the name, but I might have a look at it because I've watched some videos from it. It actually looks pretty good. It looks very different. The trees, the foliage is very different. The vibe is very different. Really makes you feel like you're in Indonesia. I'm not sure which part it is, but it like similar to when I was in Bali, gave that same vibe. So I might take a look at it soon. But for now, southern region all the way. If you can manage to cross here safely, that is. I love the growl of the engine in the low revs. Very raspy. How's the engine sound for you guys? Should I lower it? Do you guys want it windows closed? Maybe we can keep it open while we're still in the city. And once we get some speed in, we can then raise it, because otherwise the wind sounds will get in the way. Super hard to access. Hey Sparkso, drive time finally. After 30 minutes. Sorry for the long intermission, guys. Yeah, Indonesia drives on the left. So UK guys would be very much at home there. It looked very promising. I'm looking forward to testing it out. Man, I love these indicator sounds. Everything is just so crisp. Has everything been done by XBS? Do you guys know? I didn't remember the DAF 95 sounding so good. Sounding so crisp. He might have done a lot of work there. There we go. Novorossiysk to Yegorlivskaya. Sorry. That's the best I could manage. 14 tons of floor. Oh, that will help a lot with the lockdowns. Welcome back, Sparkso. Glad you made it today. Taking the exhaust fumes, yes. It would be Sumatra. Oh, nice. I have no idea where that is geographically. I just know they are famous for coffee beans. That's what rings a bell when I hear Sumatra. Floating gears in ETS2 like a pro. I forgot the name of the map because it's Indonesian also. So the words are not very familiar for me. Sumatra is the closest island to Malaysia. Ah, okay, I'm starting to get an idea. Nice. I was very interested in checking this out because why not? Ay. Wrong way. Okay, we'll have to go around. Clumsy 168 going around. So it's a bit challenging to download this map. It's like the links are, well, Wombat has made a video for it, and Alex can share it with everyone if you have the link handy, or if not, you can go to the mods list that links to the post from Wombat, and Wombat's post links to the like Russian Facebook, I would call it. I forgot the name of the website, but it looks very similar to Facebook, but with different Russian elements in there, in my point of view. I was surprised that such a site existed. Initially, I thought I was loading a Facebook page. But yeah, that's where the links are to the 8.0 beta. And there is a changelog as well. And part of the changelog is, well, cities, remake everything, and also optimization has been part of their updates. So really looking forward to that. That's the one, Jay. Jawa Barat Pro, I think. There's a Pro at the end, so it might be it. Sumatra is the island just below Singapore. Ah, Java is the one that's Jakarta. Nice. VK.com, yes, that's the one. Looks like Facebook, but it isn't. The links are also in the description of Wombat's video. There you go. Yes. Normally, when I download mods, I try to go to the base webpage, like if there's a forum thread, so that I really know that the links are the correct ones and I get some context behind it. But in this case, because everything is in Russian, there's not much context. Although if you manage to Google Translate it, then that's good, because it gives you a lot more information. Oh my goodness, very clicky indicators. I might be in the wrong turn. Please no dolly. No dolly, thank you. Whew, thank you, XPS. You know the pain. Don't ask you how you know all this. I won't. Your fan was 30. Where's the darned exit? That's the gate? How do we fit in there? All of those air brakes. That's a bit skimpy, isn't it? Well, I guess we have to come from the other side. Okay. Tight. Anyone know what ship that is? It looks like a ship built for war, definitely. Looks scary. Very nice mapping so far though. Doesn't feel cramped. That's what she said. You fell into it, Tom. Hey, watch Shoot City. Welcome to the stream, how are you? Oh, it's gonna be tight. Why do I don't have any front mirror? Yikes. Skimpy on that side. We made it. Go trucking, everybody. Not really. Russia has all the space in the world. Oh, that's very true. Okay, looks like there's a bit of traffic in here. Not sure. They must have very different parking habits than the ones we're accustomed to. What the heck? Are these actual AI cars? Or are these parked cars? I see people, so these must be AI. Did they go the wrong way? I don't know. The GPS told me to go this way. Skimpy. Hiya! Well, blame these guys for going wherever. I think they are supposed to be parking, but maybe the parking logic isn't that good yet. So they're trying to park in a space where someone is parked already, and they end up just stopping there. That's how it looks. So for now, we drive on the sidewalk. Yeah, and Sari, welcome back, man. It's been a while. How have you been? Mercedes MP4. Well, Mercedes MP5 is what I checked out. After they do a couple of tweaks and fixes, that truck would be even more amazing. Right now it's good, but there are a couple of bugs that kind of break immersion still. But it's a very, very good start. And now all the AI cars suddenly appear. Squeeze in, thank you. This map also adds its own AI vehicles, so keep an eye out on some Russian vehicles. I don't know what they are exactly, but maybe we can spot them together. Yes, I also drove the MP4, but I mean with the MP5 there, it doesn't make much sense to drive the MP4 with the mirror cam. I saw that more as a workaround. Oh, the signature Southern Region buses. Remember those guys? That's most likely one of the specific AI vehicles in this map. I'm getting a bit of lag. Must be my A8 weeks, but normally when you arrive in big intersections like this, that's when the laggiest parts are. Odd map. Very different from what we're used to. They have those kinds of buses. Yeah, apparently that kind of bus is quite famous, depending on the country. In Switzerland, they also have those, like electric powered buses using those power lines or whatever you call them. Oh, I like this one. I like this scene. I think, is this the same spot where we took a picture before when we drove in southern region? Because it does look familiar, but I'm not sure if it looks larger now or I'm just imagining it. Let's take a photo here. Warm things up a bit. Nice. Everything what looks like box designed in the 50s, 60s is Russian original vehicles. Yeah, I think that's a very very accurate way of yeah, it's a good rule of thumb. That's also how I look at it. The box types that you don't normally attribute to the normal like European roads, I would classify under the Russian vehicle category. Let's take a shot from this one. It looks bigger because you're in a smaller truck. Might be. That might be. Simple example, simple explanation. Let's take a more bird's eye view here. GPS shot. Man, I'm so excited to check out all of these areas. Southern region, RusMap RoEx. In the beginning, when I loaded this, I was only planning actually to load RusMap and southern region. But when I looked at the map, there was a huge hole in the middle where Ukraine should be. And all the other neighboring countries. Like you have Romania, you have Russia, and in the middle is absolutely empty. I was like, we can't have that. Like, we have to have it end to end if we're going to connect something. And so that's how I got into the RoEx again. So far, it's pretty good. Russia has a lot of untapped potential. True that. But man, this looks great, doesn't it? And looks like File's trees are working very nicely. Makes all the trees look more realistic. Even the shadows don't look like 2D stickers. They look like proper trees. It's a bit more laggy, but that's something we can live with. Feels good to be back. Soviet brutalism. Oh, I forgot. In European trucks, when you try to split gears, go from low to high, you have to step on the clutch. It's not like in ETS and US trucks where you can just change the split and let go of the gas. That is what I heard from, oh, who was it? There's a guy, a real life trucker, European trucker, who gave a lot of inputs in the YouTube comments. That's what I learned, so I can simulate it. Because in game you can set it up either way. Either you have to step on the clutch or not in the controls. And I set it up that you have to step on the clutch in ETS2, and I set it up that you don't have to in ATS. That mimics the realistic behavior as far as I know. Oh, this looks so good. For some reason the Jake brake is quiet. I'm actually not sure if I have it enabled. Maybe this truck doesn't have jake brake. I'm hearing the level crossing sounds. I saw in the changelog from the sound fixes that there's actually been an update for that. Oh, there it is, I think. Yeah, there must be a level crossing there. Nice. Bucket of Doom. Oh, I didn't see it. I missed it. East of Turkey is technically in Asia. That's the cool thing about it. Let's try and close the windows. See how different the feeling is. Oh, the very different feeling. Very muffled sounds. Not sure which I like better. How about you guys? Yeah, next is Iberian Peninsula. Spain is coming. Not sure which exact parts though. Spain, Portugal, and Andorra. I hope they add all of those and not just very select areas. Man, this truck is a bit... It feels like I'm really hauling something heavy here. I have the largest engine, 420 plus horsepower. I guess this truck is a bit heavier than that. That I would... Oh, it looks like an SCS truck, but the color is all wrong. Maybe it's been customized in Southern region. Hey, Jellistroid. Yeah, it's an old DAF, a DAF 95. I was planning on... Okay. Rip. I was planning on driving a Kamaz, but I didn't see anyone that's compatible with 1.37 yet. By the way guys, if you want to try this map mod out, it requires all map DLCs. And I think there are patches if you don't have either the Baltic or the Black Sea DLC, or both. There's an option to download a fix to make it work regardless. Yeah, even if you don't have them, but you need to download additional files. By default, it requires all the map mods. Windows, power or manual? Oh yeah. Ah, these are powered windows. Not that classic, apparently. Doesn't have the crank thingy. I'm not sure, early 90s I would say. Because it already has powered windows. DAF 95. Engine sounds really good, yeah. I'm not sure where XPS got it from, if he recorded it on his own, found it or something. This truck does seem to have a manual transmission. You can see the stick shift there. Cool. So we are right at home. Hey, thanks for following. Hola. We don't know your name. I'll call your name also. Oh, you guys know what's coming. You guys know what's coming. It's here. Cannot miss it. Thumbnail shot. This is it. I can feel it. A peninsula, not a desert, surrounded by sea on all three sides. I keep forgetting what that means. Thanks for reminding. Oh my goodness, yes. There we go. Now that is breathtaking. Let's also take a close-up of the truck. Files trees do a lot of improvements, improve the overall picture Yeah, those trunk trees right there at the back, very nice looking. No more 2D stickerish trees. Alright, Name, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good night. This is not true Russia. Not even one pothole yet. Well, I think we will have to be careful of what we wish for. Because if I remember correctly, in some areas, there might be more than potholes. There might be even no-legged cows. Let's go and look for them again. Thanks for the host as well, Name. Powered windows. Yes. Yeah, the K100 ATS has cramped windows. That's true. That's more of a classic then. This guy does have a retarder. So let's use that. That might be one of the Russian vehicles. Either that or that's part of the classic cars from Traffic Maniac that they have enabled. Daft Concept 95, is that what this is? Oh, look at this! Mods by John Ruda, that's amazing. He has some ads in Southern Region. That's cool. I'm a recent fan of John Ruda, as you guys might know, since I recently got exposed to his Payware mod, the Freightliner Classic. Amazing truck. Most of the viewers were pretty scattered, I think. Many are from the US and UK. Nice ads. No idea what it says, but that looks real. Anyone read that? Good luck. Love the air brakes. Thank you, drive safely. That guy almost crashed into us. Did you guys see? The side mirror. Vola Lada. What are these? What is the topic? '87. So it's late 80s. And they already had powered windows. High tech. Oh, potholes have begun. I blame you, Arianus, if this gets worse. Novo something. Is this the map with Chernobyl on it? That is RoEx 2.6. I also have that enabled, but this particular region is a different map mod. This one we're driving in is southern region. The one with Chernobyl is RoEx. Host County. The sign? Yeah, it looks pretty close. Oh, look! We have a Clumsy Trucking Russia branch, apparently. How would Clumsy Trucking look in Cyrillic, I wonder? I bet that would look interesting. Yeah, real roadworks. With the asphalt miller and stuff. Welcome back, Scotsman. Your favorite DAF. Indeed. XPS is a master. I don't know how he does it actually. Because the model is super crisp. Not low. Like you can't even see a trace of low polyness. You know? But it's super optimized. I don't know how he does it. best thing of all, it's free. You can drive in the plant and the guy will counter. Yikes. Yes, you can actually drive through the plant in RoEx. We did that a couple of streams ago, if I remember correctly. Oh no. Is that where we were supposed to turn? Yep. Well, that's crappy. So where do we pass through now? So if we add a thing to say avoid new location and map it there, that means we have to go around the other way. Okay. Alright, we can go through that. We make a U-turn here. We do another U-turn and exit through here. That's nice. This avoid new location is very useful for detours. Yeah. Amazingly done map, Southern Region. This has been one of my favorites even before, and much more now, with the scale much bigger. Doesn't feel as cramped anymore. That's Clumsy trucking, Arianas. Oh, nice. That looks pretty good. What is this truck behind us? Now that's a Russian truck, I'm sure. That would fit in Snow Runner, my goodness. Let's look at it. Where are you? Oh, and a train. I love the sounds. Thank you, drive safely. Something for everybody in this stream. Farming fans also. There's a Prona something there. Farming implement. And this looks so good. Sorry guys, because we'll need to take a photo here. That sunset coupled with this highway looks so good. Clumsy trucking would be swift. Yes. That's the direct translation. I think this is the truck that Alex tipped over. Interesting. Anyone know what this is? A Russian truck. That's Ural next near Riga. Oh, this truck? It's the Ural next? Am I pronouncing it right? Cool. He tipped over every truck. That sounds accurate. Hey, thanks for the follow, guys. Welcome to the channel, and yeah, feel free to say hi in chat so we can greet you and welcome you. That looks so good. SnowRunner already has tractor mods. Oh, nice. I have not been brave enough to try any mods yet. The train sounds are so good. Makes me want to get the train sim again. Is that music with Scotland's ears? Maybe not. Because I'll be butchering his beloved trains. I like this junction. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So there should be another U-turn slot here. I probably have, Jay. It sounds familiar, but not sure if it's that exact same truck. That looks more modern than what I would imagine. That's the U-turn slot right there. Very nice signage. Retarder doing its work, that's good. So that we don't have to brake at all. Very nice. Jay, have you heard from Kirill recently? I think Natural Lux is still not compatible with 1.37, is it? In the public beta branch. Not sure if he's planning to release something for it. Because I have some people asking me to. I really love those guys. Feels like it's raining over there on that side. Round and round, and round and round in Russia. Let's give it a balance. Let's open it very little there. Balance between the volume of the exterior and the bit of quiet. If you can call this quiet, that is. We'll have to sleep soon though. It's going to get dark and it would be a waste. So let's look for a rest area. I do see one there. We can drop off here. 5 hours. Yeah, maybe. That's okay. Can I go there? No, we'll have to go around. So this is where we should go to. With all the trouble that we're going through, just to rest there, we'll have to literally go through all the clover leaves. And this clover leaf junction is very squarish. Normally it's like more rounded, right? This one is very edgy. We'll see how that is different. Public version will be available probably after 1.38. Yikes. It's going to be a very long wait. I see. People will have to look for alternatives in the meantime. So for those who are not using Natural Lux and are in 1.37 already, what are you guys using right now? Around Christmas. Oh no. A volcan leak. Maybe. 2014 model. Wow. That's definitely new. And you have the windows up, then roll them down. Ah yes, I think I tested that even in vanilla and it works like that. It's great attention to detail. In modded trucks they have to implement it properly, because if you guys watch the MP5 video we had, the MP5 has some wrong mapping in there, that when you lower the windows the droplets of rain remain like if they're floating on air. So I guess you have to also animate it along with the windows somehow. But if you do, then yeah, that should get wiped off when you lower the windows. Very nice. Your city will get their very first Oasis class ship in Texas. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds good. Congrats. Road under construction. Very nice. Royal Caribbean 2021 2-story terminal. Is that like a cruise ship? Water droplets in the cab like in real life. Look at that guy see us from behind. Cheater. Ooh, planes. Can we hear it? Oh, that's nice. You actually have speed camera icons in there. Bit too late, I think. 20 speed limit over here. Why is it so slow? Because of road construction, I guess. Doesn't feel right with no arms on the wheel and no crisscrossing. I'll do it for you. If you move an inch to the right, hands go like this. Perfect. Aren't the water droplets in there already though? Or is that a natural look specific thing? Because I see that already. I thought SCS Vanilla would have that as well. Oh yeah, you're right, Drive Safely. Project Next Gen. Nice skyboxes with clouds. That might be a good alternative. Is there still a free version for it? I think 2.0 is the last version, that last free version. And then I follow his Facebook page, Project Next Gen. He's sharing some updates there. I might take a look at that also. Because as great as Natural Lux is, if other people can't access it, they might not like that so much and will have to look for alternatives. And I would want to guide them on that in some way. Where is the sleepy area? Maybe we can park here. Let's roleplay a bit here. Lower the windows so I can peek out. Really wish the G window cam block command would also block track IR. That does make sense. Oh crap, it does have a dolly. Oh, I'm going to cry now. I thought there was no dolly. Okay, how the heck do we reverse this? I have to take it very slow. I have to wrap my head around the difference first. Catch up to that. No, that's going to be very, very wrong. Okay, looks promising. We're back on track. Sorry guys, let me concentrate a bit here because me and dollies, we don't really mix that well. I can sleep like this. I'll take it. Blocking everyone else. Let's close the windows. Not sure how safe it is here. Rest area is kind of hidden. Kind of sneaky. Thank goodness it's in the map. Oh, beautiful morning. I'm going to miss Natural Lux. I'm not sure if I can afford to get rid of it to test out other graphics mods. It's going to be a real withdrawal symptom for me. Oh goodness, we're late. What a surprise. A Daffy Dolly. Yikes. Any name? Yeah. That's good. These mods are so amazing. They add so much to the game. There's Spiva. Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, if you read through the RoEx forums, Arias I think likes Spiva. Likes Spiva's weather mods best. Like he likes Natural Lux, but he doesn't like how Natural Lux modifies a lot of the other things. For some reason, he doesn't like the headlights that Natural Lux changes. But yeah, he actually likes Spiva's weather mod. I haven't tried it myself, I don't think. I've been using Natural Lux for the longest time. Not even sure how to switch anymore. can buy it. Yes, there you go. Where the heck are we going now? Here? Did I go through it correctly, guys? Or did I get lost? I think I went the wrong way, huh? No, actually this is right. Where am I? No, actually this is wrong. Oh my goodness, I think I missed a turn. So I have to make a U-turn somehow. I'm scared to do so. You're from Singapore as well, nice. Glad to have someone from the same side of the pond. Any creative ideas how we can make a U-turn, guys? There's an opening. Let's do it. No one. Everybody keep quiet. I want to see this. Nailed it. Huge traffic buildup though, I think that's because of us. So for you guys, what the... oh crap. Speed limit? Oh, no speeding ticket, nice. So what graphics mod are you guys using? Many are using Natural Lux. Some of us are fortunate to be in the closed beta branch. Ow, ow, ow. So we can modify the files and make it compatible. But not everyone is in there. So what graphics mods to use? Reported. Snitch. Some voice navigation. Is dog making a comeback? Oh, wait a minute. Do we have some Russian voices? But the Russian voices may not be muffled like what Drive Safely did for Doug. This guy.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Voice navigation, make that louder. Actually, why do I have this maxed out? Interior sounds. That in the middle, maybe that's why it's super loud. Yeah, that sounds good.
Finding new route. At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Ideally, we have a Russian voice. Is that Russian?
Развернитесь, когда будет возможно.
It sounds like it. Not so sure though.
Внимание! Следите за скоростью. Двигайтесь прямо.
It's too clear though, isn't it? It's too studio quality. Needs a bit of muffling there. Yeah, there is no Google Russian. Let's not use that for now. That will just get me even more confused. That will not work in Singapore with all the cameras laying around. Grimes weather mod. Ah, yes. A seasonal mod. But it's what do you say? It's more focused on the textures, and then the weather is just like an afterthought. That's what I think of it, at least. It's not as comprehensive. Like the skyboxes are very limited. So I think it's a good alternative for textures, for trees and roads. But weather, there needs to be a separate weather mod, a more detailed one. these highways. Ooh, love that echo. $5,000. Yikes. Thank goodness I don't drive here. Philippine driving does not fit very well in Singaporean roads. Ooh, that's very loud. Why was there a toll gate sign? Okay. Jack mentioned file. Ah, that's what I'm using now. Yeah, that's perfect for the trees. But the weather specifically? Oh yeah, the RGM. Realistic graphics mod. I think I'm going to try that soon. I just have to wait for it to be compatible with 1.37. Last time I checked the Steam page, I think he was still working on an update. But that was like maybe 2 weeks ago when I checked. This is Russia. Hey Ed. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Are you a trucking fan as well? Can't read any of the signs, but that's fine. Gives you that perfect Russian vibe at least. Just bought the game yesterday. Nice. Congrats. Have you tried parking yet? I remember when I bought this the first time. My goodness, I was so baffled by the parking mechanics. I could not imagine how to park a trailer. And look at me now, still clueless. But yeah, sometimes I manage to just shoot it in the slot for some magical reason, some random stroke of luck. Auto pass, anyone? Very nice toll gate here. Very detailed and very custom looking. I think that one though is the telepass with a T. Let's try to squeeze in here. Very nice. Firkin's real graphics mod has been updated for 1.37. Oh, that's great. Okay, I'll check it out next time for the folks who are craving for some weather mods and don't have access to natural lux. Hey Annabeth, thanks for joining. How are you? Thanks for following as well. Appreciate that. Anyone know what the symbols to the side of the usernames are? Which ones? Depending on the username? Like the one from Alex, he's the gifter. I think he has the most number of gifted subs, so he has that present icon thing. Hey Playzone, welcome. How is you? Also, if you download this mod, if you somehow manage to go through the Russian wall of text and download this has 6 parts. You extract it, but you will only get Russian city names. There is an English city names mod by a different guy, and you put that on top in the load order, and then you will get these English translations of the city names, so at least you have a chance of reading them. Might not be that one, probably this one here. Didn't tell me to go right. Okay, but that is also in the mods list, so just check out the mods list. ! Mods. Jack, this is your chance. Go first before Alex. No dice. Alex the quick draw. It's getting strange skyboxes with that one. If you slept overnight in the morning, it would be bright but still have a night sky for 3 to 5 minutes. Could it be time zone related? It's not a problem, it's a hangover. That seems like a more plausible explanation. Hey Slider, welcome back. Glad you made it today. Have you been enjoying Team Reforma's maps? I was very close to going with ATS today, but with all of the happenings in ETS2, it was enough to bring me back. Goodness. All the maps are getting updated except ProMods. ProMods is most likely getting there soon, but for now, we have all this other stuff. And amazing stuff they are. I was too busy laughing. Too busy laughing to type. ATS Urique. If that's how you read it, maybe. That's the one with the airport, is it? Yes, that is definitely on my list of places to go to. By truck and by plane. I wonder how that looks like in X-Plane. Probably be interesting. Mexican flying. Speaking of X-Plane, just check my fuel. Okay, we're good. Speaking of X-Plane, there will be an X-Plane video later, finally, after a long time. I managed to get myself in the flight deck again. It's an amazing experience, as always. And I missed my favorite plane, A321 by Tolis. Is it possible to make the truck go on a certain speed? There is a cruise control feature. You can look for that in the bindings. If you're in the highway, that's going to be very helpful. And normally, if you are in a modern truck, you should see a cruise control indicator on the dashboard telling you what speed it's set at. There are even keys which let you modify that cruise control, increase it or decrease it by increments, like 5 km/h increments. So yeah, there are a lot of hidden commands in the key bindings that you will really like. And they are not documented, so you'll have to figure it out on your own. It's hidden stuff. Like one example is like the GPS. This GPS, you can zoom it out, in and out. There's a key you can assign, change that zoom, or even turn it off for a no GPS challenge. But maybe not the best in this kind of map. I mean, even with the GPS in there, we're getting lost, so probably not the best way of going about it. SR is pretty nice. Haven't run into any issues yet with 8.0. Oh, great, you also tested it, nice. Yeah, actually, initially, I was very pessimistic about it because it is a beta. And Alex told me about it, that he downloaded it, saw Wombat's video. And I was like, maybe I wait for a bit because it is beta and the threads are not getting updated yet. Is that a hidden road? Oh, that's the southern region indicator for the road ending. I really love that. That's my favorite blocking. It looks so natural, doesn't it? With no entry sign on each side of the road. Very subtle, very realistic looking. Doesn't even look like it's floating from afar. Very nice. Was I saying? Oh yes, I was not going to download this initially. I was going to wait for the threads to be updated, because if you go to the links now, regardless where you go, official SCS forums, promods.net forums, RoEx forums, the southern region link there still says 7.9.0. this 8.0 is not yet in the first post. It's only in the post by Wombat giving the link. So it's not yet official. So I was waiting for the official post to get updated, to get confirmation that it's legit, it's working, yada yada. But then with all the other positive comments, I felt confident enough to try it. And glad I did, because it is looking pretty amazing. And yeah, now we can go anywhere in Europe. Almost. There you go. That's the short answer, C. Didn't say anything. Didn't say anything like that. At least not explicitly. I don't blame him. Whatever Wombat posts is usually legit enough. Oh, that's very true. Yeah. I mean, I how do I say? I know it's legit. I'm just not sure if it's release worthy. You know, it might be too beta. And so I was having reservations about it. Might be too raw. But yeah, given the feedback, other people have tried it and other people have also liked it and have said that it is stable. So I felt confident enough to try it, even if it's technically still a beta. Very nice. Good decision. And yeah, Wombat has always been a major contributor to the entire map combination landscape. He is the guy to look out for if you are trying to combine different map mods. He's probably done it already. So his YouTube page is the first place you would ideally check. Oh, read that. Novopokrovskaya. Ah, easy. Novopokrovskaya. Oh, cows coming in. Still have legs though. That's not the real southern region cow. Not yet. It's not authentic enough yet. Too beta like snow. No, they release updates, right? They release game updates that fix bugs and introduce steering wheel compatibility. But yeah, it's that's an amazing game. Has a lot of hiccups, but yeah, needs some polishing. But the core of it is amazing. Thanks for following, just appreciate that. Clumsy trucking, enjoy the trip. And let me know if you have more questions, because there are a lot of hidden things in the game. If you are feeling like the camera is not very nice, you want an automatic centering mechanism, I have a video about that. Because that's the number one thing I was frustrated about in the beginning. Like, I'm very OC about it. Like when I move the mouse to the right, I want some way that when I release the mouse, it snaps back to the center, like other games. It doesn't do that by default, but there is a way to do it. I found it in the SCS forums and made a video about it. Just not sure what is the keyword. I think you can enter Clumsy Auto Center ETS2, and that should link you to the video with the steps, something along those lines. In YouTube, that is. Yeah. Also, if you try out pressing the numpad keys in your keyboard, that actually corresponds to a specific angle in the camera. And that might be more than enough. You might not need the auto centering if you get used to that. Whenever I drive offline and I am not in the mood to wear a cap, so no trap IR, that's what I use, the numpad. Be sure to check your video settings in SnowRunner. After last update, yours changed. Oh my goodness. Oh, after every update, I am so scared now. Because they introduce bug fixes. I think they have to improve their beta testing, their testing processes. Hey, Arias. If you're eating at 4 a.m., is it dinner or breakfast? Good question. Hey, I am now a proud member of the PPM. After a long time. It's been a long time coming. Glad to be a PPM now. Excited to drive through the map areas you have. My goodness. The RoEx forums has quickly become one of my favorite forum sites. Right now, it's my favorite even more than the SCS official SCS forum thread, because it just contains so many tweaks, so many advanced stuff that is not covered in the official SCS forums. That's where I found the AA tweaks. That's where I found all these fancy map combinations. That's where all the professionals reside. Wombat Trucker, Began J, Arias. So it's a nice place to be in. And they have a very nice sense of humor there. Not too serious. Very nice vibe. So I enjoy lurking there. As always, I am lurking. Brinner, that's the one. Sounds good. My pleasure, Arias. Thank you for all the hard work that you guys have been doing. It's the least I could do. Pre-breakfast snack or pre-dinner. You had a snack. I don't think she'll buy it. You watch too many TikTok videos. Oh my goodness, TikTok has been a very famous site. What is it even? Social media app? I have never tried it, but I see a lot of feeds on it on my Facebook. I think it's the #1 companion for people in lockdown in their homes. What is the concept behind TikTok? Do you like lip sync or dance, or what is it for? I know you record yourself and post it on the interwebs, but I have no idea how that works. You are a free community and you have no rule. Imagine that. Hey, bot. Welcome back, man. What have you been driving recently? Yeah, that's what I like about the RoEx forums. Like, I don't think you are... Yeah, you are allowed to speak in payware terms, of course, because you have a payware yourself. And yeah, that's the #1 thing I don't like about SCS forums. Payware is not supported, so even though we have some amazing mods, because they're payware, they're not allowed in there. Even donations are very restricted. It's a very thin line. And I understand where SCS is coming from there. They want to keep it safe. They want to keep it like not in the gray area. They want to be black and white about it because they're the official forums. But yeah, that gives a bit of limitation in terms of the possibilities that you can do with the game. And for those possibilities, RoEx is my go-to area. Pro mods is also nice, but I hate pro mods personally because they always make me, the pro mod site, because they always make me do that "are you a human" check. Do you guys also have that, or is that also only from people in Asia? I want to see if there's some kind of geographical discrimination happening. I absolutely hate it. Oh, select a picture with the trucks in it, and there's like 2 pages of it, and sometimes we even get that wrong. It's like, oh, just let me in. Welcome to Rostov Oblast. Is this the place? Let me check the map and let me get back to chat. This is Yegorliskaya. We are almost there. We just passed by Novoskaya. No chance of reading through them. Still driving your Mac. Good choice, man. Can never go wrong with that. Copyrighted? Which one? I don't like it. Yeah, there's an unofficial copyright by Jack there. Yeah, they banned My Godness. He's back now though, or is he gone again? Yeah, I saw that the Grand Utopia thread is back, but I'm not sure for how long because it is very donationware friendly, so that might not be going very well with the SES rules. Project Next Gen, is Natural Lux thread still there? I remember it was gone. Not sure if it came back. Yeah, that's the one. Are you a human? I hate that check. Do you guys also have that whenever you go to ProMod site? I even downloaded the Chrome extension for it that supposedly makes things faster, like records your responses so that you don't have to do the checks the entire checks every time. But I don't think it's working because I still need to tick all the boxes with the bicycles in it whenever I go to the site. Yeah, look for all the crosswalks. A human forum, yeah. Look for the traffic lights. Oh yeah, that's a good point. To pay attention to the subtle differences, subtle assets in the map. Yeah, crosswalks, traffic lights, bikes, and everything. Okay, you all have that too. That's good. Alright. I was starting to feel like, am I being geographically discriminated here? Because I'm from Asia. Good to know that it's a general thing wherever you are. Okay, I don't feel so alone anymore. I don't feel oppressed. As long as there's a single link to download, it should be fine on SCS forums. Ah, is that the rule? Okay, I see. But, so, how is Grimes' mod still okay? Because his links, I remember, link to his blog page. Right? If I remember correctly. I hope you don't get him in trouble. I hope no one from SES is watching this. Yikes. You might just have thrown Grimes under the bus there. Yeah, because if I remember, they put a new rule in the forums that you cannot talk about donations or any kind of payware. I'm not sure how blurred that gets when you blur it between donation and pay. So I'm not sure how they classify that. But how about Natural Lux? Why did it get deleted? And is it back? Did they give a reason for it? Or it's just a generic reason that it doesn't go with the rules or something. Oh my goodness, we have to reverse. I'm going to cry now. Reversing with a dolly in this tight spot. Yeah, my godness is back on the SES forums. I saw that he was back since yesterday, I think. For how long? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what SCS forum rules that he violated before, and if he can avoid doing that in the future. Direct link to the download page or direct share modes or similar link. Ah, okay, so that one from Grimes is okay because it's direct to his blog with the download links. Oh my goodness, how do you do this? If I want to move my trailer to the right, I should move my wheel to the left. Okay, something like that. That should push the trailer to the right, and then I balance it out. Something like that. Very slowly is how we do it. Not turning as good as I want. Yeah, that's not turning hard enough, but we are in the right track there. No donations or payments are allowed. But I see some people still have PayPal links for donations, and they have not been deleted so far. So maybe forced donations are not allowed, but donation links are. Let's make a sharper turn here. Bring it back. Bring it back, bro. Bring it back. There you go. No. Balance it out again. Man, this is so hard. Come on. Turn. Turn, you fool. That might be too far away. Not sure if the parking will allow that, accept that. No, looks like it's too far away. Dang it. PayPal links for donations are allowed as long as there's a free download link. Ah, I see. Okay. NL isn't back as far as you know. One friendly user reported for wrong mod because of Trigon account creation annoyance. Also because it doesn't link down directly to the download. I see. And it requires it to go through hoops. Yeah, that's one thing I don't really understand though. I know a lot of people are frustrated with that. The entire download process from NL is one of the most crisscrossy ones I have ever seen. And I'm wondering, I guess that is by design to filter out the weeds. The trolls and the guys who really are wanting to make it work. Or something along those lines. Oh my goodness. We can do this. Turn the other way. Okay, and balance it out. It's a bit too much on the other side now, but maybe... It's only bolts that causing issue. Considering the dolly trailer, we might rethink that after a while. After the 10th try. But yeah, actually I found it's much easier to park a dolly in first person than third person. Because in this view, I can easily see if my dolly is getting away from me, it's running away from me. In third person, it's a bit more subtle. Here, I can easily see that. Just have to be very slow about it. Here, I can make it straight like so. Okay, we have this, I think. Don't jinx it. It looks pretty straight now. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Yes. Whew. XPS, why you give us dolly? Why you punish us like this? Late. Are we going to get paid at all? Yeah, just a little late. Drink tequila. NL is part of Trigon franchise, so that was intended feature to go through Trigon's. Ah, I see. But then because yeah, I think what irritates a lot of people with the download process is that they have to register to do two different websites, is it? Trigon and NL. And on top of that, I think there are problems with the downloads. I'm not sure how that is. Server problems maybe with the internet connection. But yeah, I mean, it's all moot anyway at the moment because it's not compatible with 1.37 anymore. But yeah, we'll see how it looks in the future. GG. 30? That deserves some tequila. 30.84. Wow. Even Scotland is proud. Now that's saying something. Where do you guys want to go? I think I want to go and explore Ukraine. This is RoEx country, right? I think I want that road connection. Let's try and find that spot. How about that one? Nova Kakhovka. My goodness, these names. It's so nice. Igorivskaya to Nova Kakhovka. Kakhovka, yes. How am I taking the circuit breaker? Actually, it's I like it. It is very organized. My goodness, Singapore is just so organized. The workers in dorm situation got out of hand a bit, but they are, I think, on top of it now. It's a very good spot. 11 tons of pears. Yeah, I think I like some Ukraine action. That one. Novakakovka. And in terms of my daily routine, it's not that different for me. What the heck? I have to reverse just to get out of here. Because I usually stay at home. Although I do miss going out of the house now. I never imagined I would say it. But yes, I miss going out of the house. Going to the gym, going to the mall and window shopping, going to restaurants, going to chill bars and hanging out with Mrs. Clumsy. I miss all of those. And simple things like going to the cinema, watching a movie. How about you? How about you, Had? Has life changed much for you? The good thing is Koi is coming back now though. Are you a milk tea fan like I am? Chances are you are, given the odds. Yeah, I'm happy that Koi is coming back with my bit and that McDonald's is open now again. I'm excited for the weekend. That's tomorrow, my goodness. Because Mrs. Clumsy and I, we often have this breakfast ritual. We don't often eat breakfast. We go on intermittent fasting most of the week. So I only drink black coffee in the morning and tequila. But during weekends, Saturday especially, we give ourselves a treat and order from McDonald's. Our favorite is the McGriddles thing. And since the lockdown, they closed. That was a party pooper, but now they're open again. I'm just hoping that the McGriddles are still there. Hey Rosh, how is the touch part of this map? What do you mean? I think we're a bit far away from touch territory, but maybe I misinterpreted that. It's a very interesting establishment, very customized. I wonder if that's a real company. Yeah, we're in lockdown till June 1, but thankfully a bit more of the establishments are opening up. Barbershops have opened up, although I'm still pretty paranoid to take a haircut, so my hair is still all over the place. Mrs. Clumsy actually laughs at me now whenever she sees me, because she sees how long my hair is. She can't help but laugh every time. Hey Barry! Sorry, missed that. Welcome back, glad you made it. How is the X-Plane experience treating you? Glad to see you're enjoying flight sims now. We have a convert. New ETS era, all maps are aligned in their places. Nice! Great to hear, guys. Yeah, I saw that post from Beng and Jay. He was pointing out that Pro Mods actually has misaligned scaling because SCS changed their scaling at some point and Pro Mods was not able to adjust yet to it. That probably explains why if you have all the Pro Mods, including the Middle East add-on added, the map is not 100% aligned to where the cities are, especially in the edges of the map. That might be the explanation, but I'm not 100% sure. Promos released only a compatibility mod, so it was misaligned. But didn't they do the North rescale already? The Northern rescale? That should have fixed it, shouldn't it? Shaggy Clumsy. Yes, that's a pretty accurate description. It isn't available now. No! No more McGriddles! Oh, that's fine. Sausage McMuffin will be more than enough for me. But yeah, McGriddles was our favorite. It came back right before they got shut down. During the lockdown. We were able to enjoy it that same weekend, I think, before they closed off. I wish it comes back again. You're not into milk tea as your friends, but you do miss it too. Yeah, same here, same here. Before, there was a time we had milk tea like maybe 4 out of 7 times. But we're old people, so our milk tea is literally milk tea without sugar. Like tea with milk. And no bubbles, no bubble, what do you call it? The black things, the bubble, the pearls. And no sugar either, so it doesn't taste sweet at all. That's literally milk tea, and we like it. We like the subtle flavor of it. Jollibee in Singapore, yes, 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 yes. Chicken Joy for the win. That's along my neck of the woods Filipino franchise right there. I must say I'm a proud co-owner of Jollibee. Owner, technically owner, for the simple fact that I own some stocks, some minuscule stocks, like maybe 0.0001%. They are a publicly traded company after all in the Philippines. But yeah, support. I'm not a fan of their burgers though, but the chicken I really like. Your mom got a new puppy last Friday. Can't even go see it. Oh man. Yeah, that sucks. Maybe take some videos. Ask her to take some TikTok videos and share with you. I love dogs. Last night I was in a conference call with some folks from work, and there is a trend now going on that they are starting to share their face cams, video calls instead of just audio calls. And one of the participants had a dog. It was super cute. Not sure what the breed was, but the dog was asking for some attention, so the dog was trying to get into the camera, getting in the way of the person in the camera. She had to take care of the dog and pet the dog so that they would settle down. Mission accomplished. Bucket of Doom, yes, that time I saw it. They passed it. Work in progress version of Pro Mods. Well, that's good to hear that they are fixing that, hopefully. The wrong scaling. Because I know it's been causing a lot of grief with other map makers. I saw Beng and Jay's post about it. He was complaining about the wrong scaling of Pro Mods and how he initially tried to adjust the map background but eventually gave up on it because there's just too much work that needs to be done. So he's sticking with the SES background, I think, or something along those lines. Yes, this is the Arias. That's the one. Am I speeding? Yes, I am. Man, this is really nice. Small Russian town vibe with puddles of water in there. So natural looking, I love it. This is so good. And it doesn't feel cramped anymore. And it feels very optimized now in terms of frame rate. You were talking about it in 2.45, but if that's fixed in 2.46, then that's amazing. Alright, great. Yeah, hopefully in 2.46 it will be aligned. The other map modders will for sure be happy with that use. Oh! Case of mistaken how do you say, mistaken identity? Identity crisis he's not sure if he wants to be a no overtaking sign or a 40 speed limit sign. Not famous. Yes, you are. The next version has it fixed. Woohoo! That's great to hear. Any time for an ETA? It's ready when it's ready. Oh no, it's raining. It's raining when it's raining. Let's close the windows. And let me try and catch up to chat. Sorry guys, I'm falling behind, I know. I hope I'm not missing too many messages. I don't, unfortunately not in Singapore. Back in Manila, we used to have dogs. But here, no. Not sure if we can take care of him. But maybe we will think about it. I would love one. I'm a dog person. My favorite breed is a golden retriever, although I've never had one. But basing on how amicable they are, I would love to have one, and how smart they are. Yeah. I'm not sure how hard they are in terms of maintenance though, because they are pretty hairy. They are a pretty hairy breed, so might need a lot of TLC. How about you, Hud? Bengan did the backgrounds for all the reworks. Great to hear. Yeah, this background map I'm using is from him, right? And there's like 3 versions of it: the colored, the satellite, and the SCS version. I saw one issue of the UK, the different scaling in the SCS version and in the Pro Mods version. But yeah, hopefully that will also be fixed in 2.46 Pro Mods. Still waiting for Pro Mods Canada. Oh yes, I'm sure. Imagine taking a drive from Chihuahua, passing through West Texas, on to New Mexico, Arizona, and making your way north all the way through to Canada. Amazing! And maybe eventually soon, you can pass through Colorado and Idaho for it. What? Speeding again. Dang it. Are they really strict with the speeding here in Russia? Call hacks. Promotes Canada win. Spoken like a true troll. Perfect. It is his background but colored by a user. Ah, I see. Yeah, it's not very realistic, this colored background. But it's very helpful for me because I'm really suck at the country borders. I saw someone though, I can't remember, I mentioned it a while ago. Someone was recommending it and I like this idea. Having the colored backgrounds but not based on country, based on map mod territory. So like RoEx. What countries does it include? SCS, which parts are SCS? Which parts are Southern Region and RusMap? That's going to be, I think, a lot more helpful so that you can easily distinguish and really notice the differences on each map, and it shows you the comprehensive combinations of all those. I think Wombat Trucker will like that if he was not the one who recommended it in the first place. Yeah, we'll have to wait for a long time for Canada, I think. They had teasers, but I don't think it's in any way ready for release anytime soon, based on the things that are being shared and the frequency that they are being shared at. Cana Dream, is that even still compatible? I remember Cana Dream and those paper mache buildings. That gave me a laugh, really. Very creative way of doing placeholders. Now there are so many more people. Yeah, it's a very happy coincidence, I would say, Hud. Yeah, people are flocking now, thanks to Arias and Drive Safely being here. The famous guys. My goodness, this is slow. There we go. 70 now. You have two cats, Pistachio and Socks. Very nice names. Do you take them with you when you go trucking? Is it allowed? I doubt it. But that would be nice, wouldn't it? They'd be laying on the side there. You've seen that map, kinda dream. Yeah, I'm not a fan either. It was one of those early works, I think, of ATS. But it has not evolved. I think it stopped developments already. This is a weird looking Mac, hey Sheng? Yeah, European Mac you could call it maybe. Maybe not. Very fitting for this environment though. Classic truck, classic vibe. Man, the rain is really non-stop now, huh? How are you doing, Sheng? Still busy at work? Wombat likes all crazy maps beside normal ones. Yeah, I can never go with his combinations. I was telling the people a while ago, if you think of a combination, Wombat has probably tried it already. So go and check his YouTube videos first. He probably has some guidance for it. Good morning, Captain Oblivious. Nice name. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Kinda Dream is a nightmare. I don't think it's being updated anymore. I wouldn't try it unless it got a major update. It was very much the early stages of modding in terms of quality. It was a good start, but yeah, by now we have evolved through that level. When you're away on trucking, they sleep on your PC chair waiting. My colleague from work has two cats as well, and her cats are very clingy. They like to request for back rubs and all the other petting stuff when she's in a call, and they would like jump on her lap or stay on her seat that she couldn't sit herself because the cats are blocking. Yeah, they are very how do you say, dominant pets, dominant masters, I should say, maybe. I also like that I'm not getting a lot of stutters at all. My major reservation before about combining all these different map mods was that I was getting a lot of stutters, and I could never pinpoint where they were coming from. But now it seems like pretty smooth. I do get frame drops, but not stutters. And that's a very different thing. Frame drops are just a limitation of my system. Stutters are more unoptimized how do you say, implementation with regard to the graphics engine of the game. Oh, nice to hear, Captain. And glad you made it live. Thanks. That's very true, HUD. Modders have come a very long way. It's amazing how much they know now. In some aspects, they're even better than SES. Especially in the sound department. Did I say something? No. Hospital is back to full capacity again. Oh my goodness, no. Why? Was there a spike? I thought you guys were in lockdown. Stay safe, man. Yeah. You don't have a pet yourself, your parents will never allow it. Maybe when you grow older. Yeah, it will be very expensive, that's very true. That's one of the most major considerations. For us, it was the price, and that we wouldn't know how to take care of the guy or the girl if we had to go out of the country. Well, nowadays that's not going to be a problem with everyone locked in their homes. But eventually we would want to go traveling again, and we wouldn't know who to leave them with. I think there are paid services now here in Singapore that take care of your pets for you when you're out. I think I've seen that. I hear a crash. Okay, we're still alive, but that was an amazingly humongous stutter. That was scary. Aksai. Which country is this, guys? Any clue? Trump said we open for business like it. Yikes. It's going to be very prone for a second wave. A lot of countries are getting second waves because they are opening too early. Hopefully that will not be the case. But realistically, it is likely in that scenario, huh? Yeah, that's why Singapore is very, very cautious about it. Daily, we are getting like around 700 cases, new cases, but those are proactive tests. And there was a news article recently. Singapore has actually managed to stay like foreign workers, 700, something like that. But so those are people inside dormitories. But those which are outside dorms, we have fallen to like single digits, like 2 cases per day, and that's a huge thing. And we have managed that for consecutive days straight. So that's very good progress. And contact tracing has gone to like 99% for a couple of days now. But even with that, they are still being very cautious about opening up the businesses because a risk of a second wave is very likely. So they are really... I like what they're doing. I'm not an expert at it, but from my point of view, they're doing the best they can, and they're really doing a great job at maintaining and correcting the stuff, handling it well. Judging from the Volvo sound, you don't know what they have in their game. That's not a Volvo. Oh yeah, you drive a Volvo FH, right? A Volvo FH Classic. Does it not sound at anything at all like the Volvo in-game? I guess not. The video you shared with me, Arias, the one where you were driving and testing out the real-life map. That's a real nice video. But I cannot help but notice that the sound of the engine, for me, it sounded very much similar to EVR sounds. Like the growl of how the engine revs up, it sounded very much like EVRs for me. So I would like to hear your opinion, how you like EVR sounds. Or does it not sound realistic to you also? Yeah, Geek Squad is from Utah. Dad and brother work for the same company. Office in Singapore. Ah, nice. Yeah, they're both working from home. Yeah, almost everyone is working from home right now. That's why the video calls are getting famous. I have not... It's interesting though. I am a bit... It's weird. Like here in my streams, I always have face cam. But at work, I'm a bit shy to enable my face cam. It's like... probably because here in the streams, I can wear anything I like. At work, I need to like probably wear a long sleeve shirt or something. A collared shirt. But... I don't know, it's... and yeah, my what is the description that Alex used? The mangy hair would probably not be looking very professional. But I kind of feel FOMO'd. I have that FOMO feeling last night when like most of the people, like more than half of the people had their face cams on, had their webcams on, and I didn't. It's like, man, I should have it on also. It gives you that certain level of connection that you don't have in its only audio. It's very nice. The vanilla Volvo sounds are not the most realistic, but they're quite old, I can imagine. Yeah. Even with the F mod, I guess, because they didn't really re-record, they just remixed them. Driving a Volvo IRL. The game has the wrong sound, very wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. I really hope they step it up. So far, your dad had to go to Japan 4 times for work and 2 times for Ireland. Wow, amazing stuff. Does he like it, or is he fed up with the travel by now? There's an initial part of it where you're enjoying the travel, and then after some time, it gets very much a chore. Like, it's enjoyable, but still, it's a lot of work. Ooh, border crossing looks like. We are entering RoEx, maybe? Have we entered the RoEx Southern Region Connection thing already? I guess so. Not a fan of the Singaporean government in general, but you must admit they've done pretty well this time around. Yes. Well, for me, because I come from the Philippines, the comparison is very far away, let's just say. So I am very happy with the Singaporean government, basing where I came from. It is just inspiring, the things I see here. I wish it was the same in my home country. Clumsy on work cam. That's the face. And I have to remember not to touch my face. Maybe pick my nose. That will be very embarrassing. Picking your nose like there's no tomorrow and you forget you had webcam enabled. No! My work reputation will be ruined. What reputation? Ukraine, there we go. I wish the rain would stop though. FYI, the sounds are IP. EU has strict intellectual property laws. One of the reasons why real sounds can be added in-game, unless you're a huge studio game designer. That's an interesting point of view, because don't they have licenses for the trucks already? I mean, they record the truck sounds, at least like for the Scania. Maybe it's a different license for the sounds, but that doesn't seem like you got the license for everything, every nut, every bolt of the truck, but you don't have it for the sounds. That seems a bit like illogical to me. Can I pass through? Thank you. Yeah, there's a document check in ETS2 now. Border crossing stuff. I like it. I wish there was more flavor to it though. I hope they would add that, or at least they would allow modding for it. Because I'm sure some people would come up with very creative ways, like, I don't know, unnecessary delays, like how it is in real life. Or having it to go to a certain spot for further checking. You know, things like that. It'd be super cool. Just adding more flavor. I don't think SCS is counted as a big developer yet. They are bigger than they were before, but they are far away from being what I call a big developer. But they do have licenses for the trucks, so I expect the sounds to be part of it. They literally have a contract with Packard, which owns Cummins and Packard engines. Yeah, that's what I know. But yeah, I think it's not the recording that is the problem, it's the mixing. Because they have such fancy equipment for recording. And I think it's just the mix that is where the problems lie. The raw files, I think they got it pretty good. SCS records sounds directly from the truck. Yes. And I would assume that is part of the license that they got. Oh, finally, the rain has stopped. Can open our windows again. Oh, let's check the one that Tom was saying. it looks like it is working with this truck. Of course, what else can you expect with XBS? But only the 100% quality, and with that, all the raindrops have been wiped off. And this guy is going to add more raindrops to our mirror here. Very nice. Thanks for following. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to join the audacious chat that we have at the moment. I'm loving it, guys. I hope I'm able to keep up somehow. Clumsy with the hat off. I almost missed it. Goodness. Bob Ross. Your dad likes it, Geek Squad? Oh, that's great. That's what I like as well. Whenever I have travel, I would like to bring Mrs. Clumsy with me. It's not really illegal. It's actually because I'm not like letting the company pay for her expenses, but she is coming with me and sharing the hotel, but she buys her own tickets and stuff like that. It's ideal. Realistic truck model. Yeah, I found way less complaints about the model. I think they are very good at it in terms of modeling and optimizing, and think they're at the top of their game. I don't have any complaints at it at all. I know some people will still complain, but I don't think that's a general sentiment. Not like the general sentiment that we have for sounds. So no, I don't think there's a problem with the models. The sounds are a completely different picture. I'm loving the vibe here. Very different feel. Paying money to bribe your way through a document checkpoint. Yeah, that's nice. I know SKRS wouldn't do it themselves, but I hope they allow modding of the document check so that our modders can have fun with it. That would be a very nice idea. Like whether either you pay up or you go through a detour, some other exit, because you're not allowed to pass through the checkpoint. I almost didn't get it. Don't forget to set your cruise control to 75 to optimize FPS. Oh, it's too bad Rohan isn't here. For those who don't get the reference, you have to be in Discord. Exclamation point Discord gets you there. Let's see who gets it the first one this time. Will it be Alex, the reigning quick draw champion? Or will Jack finally beat him to it? Now's your chance, Jack. I think Alex is KFK. The SKRS is very good to listening to the community. Ironically, in listening, I think the audio is a different point of view. I'm not sure if they don't hear the comments or they just ignore it. But the complaints with sounds have been there for the longest time. And they're still there even with the F-mod adjustments. They did say that they're going to continue improving. So that's good. But currently still not in line with expectations. Jack nailed it. Gift to Jack. Now that just makes you feel bad, huh? Smart. Yeah, SKRS has different priorities. I think they are maybe they're not fully happy with the sounds, but in my point of view, they think they are good enough. So much so that they prioritize other things like traffic sounds, environment sounds, more than the truck sounds. I don't understand it, I don't agree with it, but that's what I am noticing. I am loving this junction. Were you the one who modeled this, Arias? I love this. Beautiful. Love those bendy roads and the railings on the side with just the right placement of trees. Bad AI traffic. Arguably, bad AI traffic can sometimes be attributed to bad real-life drivers, so they have an excuse there. Like the guy who swerves left and right to the lanes, across the lanes. Yeah, I would say that is a passable bad human behavior. But the sounds, I don't know, man. We pretty much not use default sounds anymore. Yeah, same here. Whenever I look at a modded truck, I would always look at the sounds, and if it's using the default sounds, I would immediately be put off with it, and I would need to look for a modded audio sounds for it, modded sounds for it. Traffic AI sounds are not good at all, aren't they? I thought they were okay. Most cars passing by sound like electric drills. Oh yeah, I guess when you compare it to what like Drive Safely has done, have you guys ever seen that in ATS, the Subaru Impreza? When it drives through you, when it drives past you, my goodness, how it revs. That sounds so good, and it's not excessive. It's just the right level of noise, in my opinion. And you can really distinguish what Drive Safely has done versus what the AI, what the default sounds are. I like it. Ooh, I like this. What flowers are those? Canola? We are right in Alex's wheelhouse. Sunflowers. Oh, are they? Dang it. I have good eyes. Still waiting for SCS to update the modding wiki with Fmod documentation. Oh, still not there? So up to this moment, you guys have been reverse engineering the stuff. Our modders are very resourceful. If you add stripes to a skin, the skin gets distorted. Ooh, not the best guy to answer that, but maybe someone here is. "5 hours to convert 4 sounds for..." Yikes! So how does it work, guys, in terms of mapping? The sound, the ambient sounds on the map, do they have like separate bank files now also? So, just like trademark, there's something called sound mark and multimedia mark. Okay. So it's possible, I guess, that they don't have the sound mark. Well, I guess I shouldn't put the air quotes if it's a real term. The sound mark for all the trucks, but they should have it for the next gen Scania at the very least. Because I remember they were recording that. For the other trucks, I cannot confirm. But then again, the next gen Scania sounds are better, I think, than the other ones. So maybe that explains it, but still, mixing is not up there. You can add stickers to a full paint job, no problem, but stripes cost everything to move back or under the truck. Wow. Interesting problem, and I like this scenery. Let's take a photo of the city. You have few sounds like dogs barking and church bells, nothing fancy. So those you have to convert as well. Does the game crash if you don't? Or you just don't have sounds? Because I know I'm driving Grand Utopia, still the old one for 1.36. And I think I've gotten a few crashes, very seldom though, about forest sounds. I think missing forest sounds or something like that. Not sure which mod it's coming from. But I remember not having files mod during that time. But yeah, generally I didn't get crashes, even if the map itself was for an older version. Donetsk, currently occupied by the DNR. I have no idea what we are talking about. I'm pretty clueless about these things. But I would be interested if you are willing to share more on the subject. Do we have right of way? Yes, we do. Because they have yield signs on their end. Interestingly, we don't have that diamond right of way sign like in the rest of Europe. Maybe it's not a thing in Ukraine. Sounds won't crash him up, just an error in the game log. Ah, I see. I guess that explains why Grand Utopia has 0 sounds. Like when you have the truck engine off, there would be 0 sounds coming from the map. Donetsk People's Republic. Ooh, I see. So there's a bit of civil unrest happening. Group of pro-Russia folks who want to break away from Ukraine. X. Looks like we have to try out, look for a rest area soon. Oh yeah, that is Donetsk. Good catch. There we go, rest area. By the way, Arias, what weather mod are you using right now? I was trying to read through your post on the RoEx forums about the best weather mod. I remember you really liked the Pivas, I think. Not sure what you're using currently, because I am looking for something that is accessible to the public, whether free or paid mod, because Natural Lux unfortunately isn't going to be compatible with 1.37 for the public. It will be out of reach for the foreseeable future. Oh, there we go, we do have right of way there. The lullaby song. Isn't my voice enough to get you sleeping? X. I see. It's amazing enough that you know about these things, Hud. That speaks volumes already. Despite the geographical limitations. That guy's taking his sweet time. Probably on final. Oh. Huge stutter. You like Piva? Ah, I see. Oh yeah, you like driving without HDR, right? Yeah, I tried it once. I think I got too used to the HDR feel. But it feels too washed out for me without HDR. Yeah. And did I just miss my rest area? Yes, I did, but thankfully there is another one. Okay. Romania, I would imagine. Not sure where exactly. Good question. Low, 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 high. There we go. You don't use HDR either. Ah, I see. Yeah, for me HDR is a must. I tried without before, but it was, yeah, I think I missed a few of the fancy colors and the brightness stuff. Good one. Why did I stop here and not at the rest zone? No idea. There is a hard city in front of you. Oh no. Don't like the sound of that. There is no slot here. This one, okay. You might have to detach the trailer for it to recognize that I want to sleep. Oh no. Okay, good. We're just blocking this guy. Let's hope that we wake up earlier than he does. And what the heck is that guy doing in front of us? Yeah. Oh, now they're gone. Interesting. I will definitely miss Natural Lux though. My goodness, that looks so good. Not sure if I can let go of it. I might try and keep it as much as I could. Oh, Russia? I thought you were from Romania. Rayos. Yeah, Romania. Try new. That would make sense why it's RoEx. We're more inclined to do areas on where you are from, where you're familiar with, I guess. To start with, at least. CH Eclipse yoke. I don't like it, to be honest. In the beginning it was fun because it's the feel of a yoke is very different from the Hotas, from the joystick. But the CH Eclipse has no, how do you say, by design it doesn't reset to the center, so it's very hard to fly level and trim because the yoke would always be in a different position, so manual flying is not very easy. I would try a different yoke if you have access to maybe, I don't know, a Logitech one. Or the best, if you can, is the honeycomb. It's not expensive, at least not compared to others, but it's a great... I think the shipping is the more challenging thing. Although you are in Germany, so you should have access to it. My goodness, the city looks so good. I wanted to point that out since a few junctions ago. Is this one of the new cities, Arias? My goodness. The mapping level here is definitely evolved. New from 2.6. This looks like you can put this in city skylines. So good. Love it. Good job, man. Happy to be part of PPM now. Permanent Premium member. I like the acronym. Very catchy. The Black Sea DLC Romania is a joke in it. Yeah, that's sad to hear. I hear similar sentiments from people from Romania. What would you say they got wrong? Or did they get anything right? When I was browsing through the SCS forums, some people from Romania are looking for some very specific Romanian elements. And of course I don't know the details, but yeah, they made it clear that they are not happy with the level of detail in the Romanian maps. For outsiders like me, and for most of us, I guess it's great. But yeah, if you know how it should look like, then that's a different matter altogether. Just downloaded the new YKSRSK. I haven't done that yet. Can you remind me what that does? Wasn't that before the Turkey area? So like maybe this one, I assume? And that connects to... Did you say this is Georgia? So that connects all the way to southern region as well. I guess you would need a road connection file for it. I need that. I want that. The bigger map, the better. The Wombat philosophy. Let's go and gas up here. Or the new microphone last week and still out of stock now. Transport Fever 2 detail. Oh, that's even better. I love the air brakes. They're not overly loud, but they are very varied and they are mixing very well with the rest of the sounds. Drive Safely is taking it a notch higher. Before, I remember Drive Safely, you were focusing a lot on the environment sounds, but now you're getting into the truck sounds as well, and they are so good. And it's great that they're compatible with every truck. Sorry. Some ASMR tequila shots. Good. Major truck road lines are missing. Ah, I see. YKSRSK is repositioned also. Is that what you downloaded, Alex? Or is what Araya's doing not yet released? Alright, have a good night, Jack. Catch you in SnowRunner soon. Don't rage quit. I think at this stage, Alex would be in a better position to rage quit. Having the save reset, my goodness, that absolutely sucks. How do you even back up the save games? I will also download it soon. Thanks, Arias. Alex, I assume you're also a PPM? We need a fancy acronym like that for the community, like CGS, Clumsy Geek Supporters. something catchier. I'm not good with marketing, as you guys can tell. You're a PPM too. Nice. Yeah. Alex has the right mindset to it. I should think more like that. Giving back to the community. And giving back to the amazing work done by our modders. But my goodness, this looks so good. And I think It's partly or majorly thanks to Arias's mapping skills here, but also the files trees I think are helping a lot. Imagine if these trees are more of the 2D-ish sprites from SES. Wouldn't look as good. But then again, I think the trees from SES are also getting better, compared especially with their initial early versions of trees. I think my favorite type of trees are the ones from France. They're very lush, very green, very realistic looking. The trees from Italy I don't like so much. I'm talking about default trees here. I don't know why, they look a bit too 2D to me. But the French ones I really like. But yeah, these ones from File, really good. Go inside the city in the next one. Thanks for the tip. This one, right? Okay, I'll turn left here. Definitely not 75. I have mine locked to 60. And I don't think I'm even reaching that at this point. How do you turn left here? I guess I just wait for this to turn green. Like Renault trees. Likes Renault trees, doesn't like Iveco trees. Yes. That's quite accurate. I have been looking forward to that, Barry. When is it going to be released? Derail Valley. Jay gave us shared with us the video of the teaser of that, and since then I have been wanting to get back into it. Because admittedly I have not explored it enough. New loco and hazardous transport. 20th. Oh, that's pretty close. Nice. There's no MP yet though, is there? That would work great in MP. The shenanigans we can have with that. Really good. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Thank you. For those who just joined us, thank you, first and foremost. And second, if you haven't already, feel free to check out my YouTube page as well. Link right there with Nightbot, where I post the replays for all the stream footage that we do here in a higher quality, and post daily videos as well. Almost. I like the industrial feel of this place. There looks to be a dealer at the back here. Did they? That was very witty. Delay vary. Cool. Smart. Very smart. I like it. May 22nd for people in the future. People like me. I want to discover that dealer. Iveco, okay. I think we're good. Just passing through. Sky starting to light up in your area at 4:30 a.m. Wow. Summer is coming. What time is the sunrise normally, or the earliest sunrise when it's summer? Oi, 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 oi. Oh, I think I like this view. Seems to be a hidden road there though. Quite intrigued what I'll find through. But I might regret it, so let's follow the map. Did you change the air the shifting, how do you say, air shifting gear sounds as well? Drive safely, because it doesn't seem to cut off anymore. And I'm not sure if that's with the truck or with the mod or a default SES. Break it down. Love it. We've never the scenic route, yes. Too bad the skies are not very much in accordance. Never been to the Philippines, oh you'll love it. Not in Manila though, it's too crowded, but the outskirts, the natural wonders, beaches. And all that stuff. Maybe leave it be. As we've been working on our overhauled update over the past year, I love the waves here. It looks scary, like they're going to smash through the road here. We found that the former name Derail Valley did no longer match true nature. Very nice April Fool's prank. You haven't changed the gear air sounds, I see. Might be part of the truck, I like it. Because I remember by default it was nice, but it was cutting off often. And I wasn't sure if it was SCS limitation. But now it seems like it's not cutting off at all, even if I overlap the gears. That one must definitely drive safety though. Air brake. Very nice. The Philippines is a beautiful place. Cebu and Negros Oriental. Oh, nice. In the Manila airport. Yeah. That's my number one advice. If you go to the Philippines, just most probably will land in Manila. That's where the airport is. And immediately go out. Because the Philippines is so much more beautiful outside the capital. Coron in Palawan. What else? Too many to mention. Force Boracay, the famous beach that has been overhauled, revitalized. I highly recommend you go when this entire pandemic situation has normalized, has gone. Do locals like the weather though? Oh, definitely not. Because it's either too hot or it's too floody. It's either too hot or there's a typhoon and it's flooding everywhere. But it's very much like Singapore. Although I think it's a bit hotter in Singapore, but at least in Singapore we don't have those terrible typhoons. Here it's like the rain is like scheduled, even the rain is organized. And of course the infrastructure with the drainage system is working very well, so there is minimal flooding. Ooh, I like this one. This would have been so great with a different skybox. So what we'll do, we'll cheat a bit by going to the console, getting a different skybox, maybe 22. Oh, that's plain. I like one with clouds, 25. That works. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Cebu, yeah. So many. Cebu, if you like good food, Cebu. The lechon Cebu is super good. It's like roasted pork. The saltiest roasted pork you'll ever taste, but you'll love it. And all the other food. Like when we go to Cebu, it's always going to be a food trip. Yes, they cleaned Boracay. Before it was getting very commercialized. Starbucks was there. All the establishments were on the beachfront, and it was getting really polluted. So the government closed down the entire beach for a couple of months. And now they say it's much more natural. I haven't been there since it reopened, but I heard very good things about it. So yeah, it was actually one of the places that we were planning to go to this year to check it out again, but yeah, it's not going to be a thing right now. Hopefully soon. This looks outstanding. I can second that sentiment. It's very hard. If I were to weigh Southern Region and RoEx, I think RoEx would weigh better for me because Arias is here. Ask me again later. no, but it's true. The scenic beauty, definitely these new 2.6 areas are a step up even from the older ones, which are already amazingly beautiful. It's nice to see the evolution of our modding community stepping up their game every single time, and not only in terms of visuals but in optimization as well. So nice. Yeah, actually, if you go around the Philippines, you will be better served by English because not everyone speaks Tagalog, but most of the people speak English. Like we have our own dialects in each region, but everyone aside from that native dialect would be speaking in English. So normally, for example, if I'm in Cebu, I would talk to the Cebuanos, the locals there, in English. That's how we communicate, because our native tongue isn't the same. It feels weird, but yeah, it's the way it is. Yeah, we are in the how do you call it? Typhoon belt, I think. So typhoons, earthquakes. Yeah, the Philippines is unfortunately a very common area for that. I haven't saved yet, have I? It's not saved manually, at least. Any international flights to Cebu? I think there are. They are much more rare, but I think there are. So if you might be better served going there directly. Nice view. I like the textures on the side of the bridge. All these rocks. Thai food, yes. We just had Thai food yesterday. Still my number one favorite. I'm not as excited to go back to Thailand anymore though, because the Thai food here in Singapore is very, I would say, authentic. From a non-local's point of view, the Thai food here rivals the Thai food in Thailand. At least the one in Bangkok, the main, the famous region. Like the curries, the basil meat. Very good here already. So I get the SG luxuries and the amazing taste both at the same time. Win-win. I think it never fails that we have at least one time we order Thai food. every week, at least. We pay for it the next day, spending more time in the toilet. It's worth it. That is how you know that the Thai food is authentic. If it's enough to get you in the toilet. The herbs have to be that intense. Yeah. In some regions, the Thai food is pretty fake, pretty commercialized, but thankfully the ones in SG, they are very authentic because there are a lot of Thai here. And I guess they've been able to import the same ingredients or whatnot. So many people in this roundabout. You stay there, thank you. What a bully. How would I rate Filipino food in Singapore? Filipino food in Singapore is also very good because it's mostly done by Filipinos. It's just that there are not that many. Yeah, it's the volume that is the problem, I think. The quality is very good. Although Jollibee is a bit more tame because the Jollibee here is halal, right? The Jollibee in the Philippines uses probably lard, some pork products for the oil, and so the chicken is usually saltier, tastier. Here, the chicken in Jollibee is bigger, but it's it's healthier, I would say, in that sense. But the Filipino food, the authentic Filipino food like sisig, sinigang, there are limited establishments here, but the ones that do serve it, it tastes like the real thing. Mental note, no Thai food. Oh, you're gonna love it. It's going to be worth the toilet trip. The more trips you go to the toilet, the more authentic it is. It might be TMI, but it's the truth. Oh yeah, most of them are in Lucky Plaza. Yeah, that's true. I don't go often to Lucky Plaza though, it's a bit far from me. I'm in the east. We love Jollibee in the US. That's great to hear, man. Makes me feel proud. I'm still here. It's only the game that froze. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Hello? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Ah, I see. Are we still live, guys? It's one of those problems with the memory leak. I think that's with all the file trees for a prolonged period because I see that my GPU memory is at 7.7 gigs. My GPU has only 8 gigs of VRAM, so we're probably hitting the limit now. So what I will need to do in order to get rid of that memory leak is to reset the game. Still live, okay, that's great. Let me just reset the game to get rid of all those leaks. Probably some not so clean, how do you call it, garbage management from TruckSim. Not everything is getting cleaned up and eventually it stacks up. Time's up. Oh my goodness, wow. Can we finish before we end? Let's see, let's try. Alright. There are regular flights by China Southern Airlines from Guangzhou to Manila. Yes, I think I took that one before. No, I think I took the one from Guangzhou to Singapore. What I don't like about China Southern, Barry, is it still the same? They don't allow cell phones. They don't allow mobile phones at all. At any part of the flight, they don't allow it. Even in cruise, even in airplane mode. And because of that, I would always prioritize like Singapore Airlines if I could book a flight using Singapore Airlines versus China Southern. Well, I mean, I guess if it's free, if the company is paying for it, then I would really book Singapore Airlines. That's no question. But if I were to do it myself, I'm probably going to be okay with China Southern. Can't believe it recovered from that. I know, right? The longest stutter ever. And now we are down back to 3.3 gigs of GPU VRAM being used. From 7.7 down to 3.3 just by a simple reset. Yeah. The borders in Europe and the EU, especially in the Schengen region, they are very blurred. It's very interesting. Don't you even have like your mobile carriers when you go to a different country that is part of the EU, I think? It is not considered roaming anymore, even if it's technically a different country. I think something along those lines. 83 kilometers. We can do this. I can extend a bit. Never seen a game come back from death like that. Me neither. I was honestly expecting it to die a natural death. Looks like our guy's a fighter. It's all like that for all Chinese airlines. Ah, I see. I don't like it. It's the opposite from Singapore Airlines, right? From what I remember, SQ. SQ is the colloquial term for Singapore Airlines for those who are not from here. They allow phones even during takeoff and landing, I think, if I remember correctly. As long as it's in airplane mode. In ETS2 they are, yeah. I think in the beginning of the lockdown they closed the borders or were very strict about it, because I heard of a colleague who was vacationing in Austria. He was from Germany and he was in Austria for a couple of weeks, and he just made it in time back to Germany before the lockdown was put in place. I'm not sure how like hardcore a lockdown it was, but yeah. Except some newly established airlines. I see. Well, I hope they change their policies eventually, because I think that's a very outdated rule, not allowing phones. How can you record the beautiful landing and takeoff from the window? On long distance flights in Sichuan Airlines, cell phones are allowed to use in cruise. Ah, at least that's possible. I see. Ask Arias though. Have you been driving recently, Arias? The last update we got was you were staying home because the border was filled to the brim. These clouds look very artsy. Looks like a painting. You are home. Alright, Dr. Cold. Thanks for hanging out with us. Enjoy the weekend, and I catch you next time. Singapore and Malaysia border is closed, but trucks also can go through. Thankfully, right? Because from what I know, we get a lot of our supplies from Malaysia, and that's why initially, when let me close this. Nova Kakovka, we are here. That's why initially, when they announced the border closing between Singapore and Malaysia, people started hoarding in the supermarkets because they had the impression that the groceries will run out if the borders remain closed. But the government clarified later on that the trucks will still be allowed to go through, so the supplies will not be affected. Sichuan Airlines even has a short intercity flight in EU from Prague to Zurich. Oh wow, that's nice. Maybe because of the number of Chinese tourists. Maybe those are very famous legs. I love the interior sounds of this truck. The engines are also good. They're not like EVR level, but they are okay. No complaints. Romania isn't part of the Schengen area. 18 hours, my goodness. Parking. No need to reverse, thank you. Otherwise I would need 30 more minutes. For front mirrors, I'm not sure how close I am there. And apparently I'm too close. Just a tad too close. Beautiful air brake sounds. There we go, easy peasy. For a change. Well, we did it, guys. We finished the trip. 2 long trips spanning the southern region of Russia and crossing over to Ukraine thanks to the southern region map and RoEx 2.6. Amazing stuff. Thank you for hanging out with me this entire time. Thank you for all the inputs and for the lively chat. I love it. Super nice, these sessions with you guys. So have a great weekend. I hope you guys stay safe and keep on trucking, keep on entertaining yourselves. We can get through this. And I'll do my best to do my share. Thanks, guys. Have a nice day. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys on Discord and next week for some more streams. Thanks, and Clumsy Trucking. Appreciate it, guys. Bye-bye.